Hey guys, what's up? Welcome back to the channel, or welcome to the channel. This is Living in Denver, Colorado. Today we are going to cover the cost of living in a smaller sister right next to Thornton, Northglenn, Colorado.
All right, guys, if you don't know already, we are the Mile High Property Brothers, Eli Schmidt and
Will Grimes.
There we go.
Normally he introduces me, so I was
waiting for it.
I wasn't prepared for that. I'm a little under the gun right now.
We're some local real estate brokers here in Denver, Colorado, and the surrounding neighborhoods. And if you haven't done so yet, make sure you subscribe to our channel and hit the notification bell. We come out with videos every Tuesday and Thursday, and you don't want to miss out on all the good crap we have to say.
Absolutely. Like it if you like it. If you have any friends that are in need, or if you have any specific needs in regards to any areas that we cover, or just specific real estate needs, we are licensed brokers in the state of Colorado. If you call or text message this phone number, we are the guys who text back. We are the guys taking your phone calls. As much as we love making these videos, we would love more to help you guys with your real estate needs. But with that being said, we're going to get right into it. Cost of living, Northglenn, Colorado.
Starting off, let's take a look at housing. So to give you guys an idea of what Northglenn looks like overall, before we get into housing, we sit just north of Thornton. Thornton sits just north of Denver, and Northglenn is, like Will said earlier, the kind of smaller sister, smaller cousin to Thornton. Thornton's sitting at about 130, 150,000 people. Northglenn has only about 40,000, so a significantly smaller number of people living here. It's a smaller city overall. However, it's still one of your more popular, kind of what I think, growing in popularity places of Colorado.
Definitely expanding, super popular. Obviously, price point's going to be a large attraction to that, and per capita, they have more parks in Denver.
Yes.
Not to knock Denver parks. If you haven't been to Washington Park or City Park, they are phenomenal, but obviously there's a lot of traction out in Denver, and sometimes it can get a little bit busy. So if you want to live somewhere on the outskirts of Denver, but still have some cool outdoor activities or whatever it may be, again, more parks per capita here in Northglenn than Denver itself. So definitely a huge plus. We'll cover that with the pros and cons of Northglenn as well. But just familiarizing yourself, cost of living is important, but what you're kind of getting yourself into, I think, is more important. So wanted to give you guys some context of what Northglenn is all about before you actually look at pricing.
Yeah, so median house price, we're sitting at about $238,000 median. Again, that sits right in the middle, okay? So obviously you have more above that, you have some below, and then average cost of rent is about $1,300 for your average one-bedroom apartment up in Northglenn.
Right, so not terrible. A little bit lower than like Southeast Aurora, a lot lower than some places. And we are, where are we at today? What's this park called?
Webster Lake.
Another thing we saw in a lot of reviews was that so many things are within walking distance, which is huge. I know I'm getting to pros and cons, but a perfect example is the lake that we're at today. Bang for buck for what you guys are paying for. Proximity to stores, super awesome, and proximity to outdoor activity, super awesome. We're not too far from Waterworld and some other things. So cost of living also goes into what's the price you pay to go somewhere else, right? Like what's your cost in commute? What's your cost in activities? What's your cost in proximity to the mountains? Not just dollar cost. Does that make sense? Because he's a math guy. I don't fucking do
I'm
that.
definitely not a math
I got to
guy.
figure out some other bullshit.
Definitely not a math guy. So to speak a little more to that, you are going to have the same benefits as living in like a Thornton or Denver as far as the light rail system. So they do have their mass transit system is pretty on point here. In addition to that, they've done some
Mass
cool things.
transit.
Yeah, you like that?
That's
I
phenomenal.
think that's just the normal term for it. What do you call it? Public
Sounds
transportation.
that it makes me feel like I want to go try it out. Holy cow!
So the mass transit up here is on point, but
Mass-
the
mass
do you like that?
transit?
Yeah,
Mass-
that's what it is. He puts he puts the ass in mass transit.
Jesus, I'm an asshole today. I'm sorry, guys. We're gonna get back to
He
it.
just had some pre-workout not that long ago.
Yeah, that's what it is.
So guys, Yeah, so as far as commute goes, you're not really missing out on anything coming up a little bit further north to Northglenn. And then something else cool about the water bill that we found out.
Yeah, they include your trash costs into water. They're not putting your trash in the water. Just your bill is consolidated trash with water. Definitely saves you a ton of money if you've ever segregated some of your bills when you're trying to manage all of that. Or just when you go over cost of living. What is the cost of groceries? What is the cost of gas? If you guys look at our cost of living in Denver, outside of the home or rental price in Denver, we go over a lot of stuff when it comes to taxes, grocery prices, gas prices. Those are going to be pretty consistent across Colorado as a whole, unless you get into some smaller outskirts of area like Alamosa or Grand Junction, some places super far away, Canyon City. But if you're in the Denver metro, it's pretty much the same. So reference that video if you guys have not seen that yet.
We'll make sure to put the cost of living in Denver video in the description below, so make sure to go check that out. Outside of that, that's all we got for you guys.
Yeah, and this Northglenn is a little bit more affordable than Thornton. However, Thornton is kind of like that sister city right next to Northglenn. So if you are curious about Northglenn and you think it could be a good area, but you're also looking at maybe some surrounding areas, also take a look at our Thornton, living in Thornton, cost of living and pros and cons of living in Thornton. Could be some interest for you. There's some outlet malls. It's a little bit closer to Waterworld. Some cool things there that are a little bit different to Northglenn and right next to Northglenn. So if you are considering this, you might want to consider those videos as well.
And if you guys haven't yet, which I can't imagine why, subscribe to our channel, click the notification bell, and as always, give us a call, shoot us a text if you're thinking of moving to the area. If you have any questions about coming out here and just checking out, maybe coming to visit, go on vacation. We love meeting up with you guys off YouTube, going out to lunch, giving you some tips on where to possibly call home.
Eli loves paying for lunch.
I do.
Take us up on that. In the meantime, enjoy the rest of your day. We will see you guys on the next video or when you guys are in town.
All right, take care.
See you guys.